What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for scaring you. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Thank you as always for being here. What are we listening to today? We're listening to Frank Zappa with the track "The Ocean is the Ultimate Solution." This is off the album Sleep Dirt, which was released in 1979. Now, I was gifted the album, but I'm in the midst of kind of packing right now. At the time of this recording, I haven't moved yet. I would assume I've moved now by the time this video comes out. But this song has been recommended to me for over a year. I think maybe even over 2. Who knows? I'm looking through and I'm seeing 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. It looks like over a year, but I've never forgot it. Sometimes I see the recommendations and I keep them in my mind. Sometimes I write them down. Sometimes I take screenshots. Listen, there's hundreds of them that come in. But I try to make sometimes a point to remember certain ones. And I have to dedicate this video to Ron Swerson. Ron has been asking for me to listen to this song for over a year. And I'm pretty sure, more than likely, almost 2 years. If not 2 years exactly. And I've always kept it in the back of my mind. I swirl things around, I put them there, but I'm coming back around to it. So Ron, thank you for the recommendation. I hope that you enjoy the video. I hope that I enjoy the music. But it's going to be 13 minutes of Frank Zappa. I could not find any lyrics, so I'm assuming that this is instrumental. I don't know. We're going to find out very soon. But I'm excited to get into it. So I hope that you guys are as well. Let's go ahead and do it, huh? The ocean is the ultimate solution. Let's go. Interesting between the guitar and the bass. Jeez, that bass. Who's playing? That bass? the rolls in the drums? Wow. They're going at two different speeds. That's shocking. That's some interesting guitar work. That's mean. Start it over. Serve it to me. Sticks on the side? Making me myself. Well, that happened. Ron, you weren't kidding. I can definitely understand why you had wanted me to listen to that. Everyone, please let me know what you thought of that because you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me a little bit of Mahavishnu Orchestra with just how chaotic but melodic they can be. Zappa and everyone else did the exact same thing. Their own brand of jazz fusion, just rocking out. But the melody, guys. Amongst the throbbing bass. Oh god, it was just pulsating. All right, some people don't like when I say throbbing bass, but listen, there was some throbbing bass in this, okay? And I had to look up who it was, and apparently that's going to be Patrick O'Hearn. Just brilliant. Just just blazingly brilliant. I'm loving the bass work in here. This is like thrash jazz. This is like speed jazz. Absolutely killer. Of course, Zappa, guitar, just the sustain on the high notes, just absolutely ecstatic, just throwing you into ecstasy. Very climactic. Love how he's playing there. I want to talk about his acoustic sections as well, because I thought that was interesting with certain things. The drumming. Terry Bozzio. You also have Chester Thompson. I don't know who's playing drums on this one. I'm leaning Bozzio, but who knows? Regardless. This was thrash jazz. This was thrash jazz fusion. And I'm here for it. This was incredible. Genuinely, this was beyond words. That's why after a while, I just sit back. After a while, I'm just going to sit in it. I'm just going to marinate in it. Can I tell you one thing that was really interesting about this track, though? Is I don't know the exact minute. I can see if I can find it. But at one point, it sounded like it was two different bands doing two different things at the same time. The drumming and the bass at one point was in that thrash mode, just absolutely relentless, just head first, headlong, headstrong will take you on. Like it was just on fire nonstop. But the acoustic guitar from Zappa was even slower, I think, than half speed. It sounded like it was playing something completely different, a little softer in its approach. And it wasn't, I mean, to my untrained ears, it didn't even sound like it was just like in halftime. It sounded like there was even like an extra millisecond of a delay in it. So it actually sounded like it was two different things going on, and yet somehow they still made it work. I wish I was looking at the time that happened so I could exactly find that. Maybe around here. Literally perfect timing. And of course it's at 4:20. So like, isn't this really interesting? The drums are just like crazy, but the guitar, well, I kind of skipped it, but here's where it's softer. Guitar is almost playing like this soft, dreamy acoustic folk. While drumming, Bozzio's still stuck in thrash metal mode. He's still stuck in thrash jazz. But that is such an interesting contrast. Isn't that like really unique? I think that sounds really, really unique there. Even though I haven't listened to a lot of him, for some reason, guitar-wise, it reminded me a little bit of Pat Metheny a little bit. Like, with Mahavishnu Orchestra behind it? I don't know. But I really like that combination. I gotta say that's probably one of the most unique things I've heard recently. Maybe it doesn't sound that way to everyone, but to me, that sounds like this is incredibly blissful at the same time as that sharp high tempo was going on in the drums. I just think that's a really interesting contrast, and that immediately caught my attention. As if there wasn't enough going on in the track to catch my attention, but that really, really stuck out. And you even have this kind of going on in the beginning through all this. Of course, it's not played as melodic, but you still have that a little bit of a dissonant and sharp acoustic guitar that's just flailing away, while of course Bozzio and the drums are just going. And then O'Hearn, I'm sorry, his bass, and especially in the beginning areas. Listen to that. It's like there's trouble brewing. And what I like is that I don't know if this song is a jam I don't know if this is a composition. Regardless, it's just really interesting to see their approach in balancing one another because they really shape around dissonance and then kind of form into melody and then kind of shift back into a little dissonance just to give you like a bitter taste, like to give you like a salty taste in your mouth, and then they bring you back down to sweet. Throughout the song, I want to say in small, small, small doses. I didn't hear it at all in the front, but I would like to say in the back somewhere there was some keyboard work just providing atmosphere. I think. I could be completely wrong because like I said, I didn't hear it up front, but I think I heard some sort of keyboard in the back just providing sustained atmosphere throughout. And I do see that George Duke is on this album doing keyboards as well as Zappa and even Ruth as well. So there is keyboard in the album. I don't know about this track, but I would like to say that there is. Like, this is incredible. I think this is brilliant. And then when Zappa starts to get down, he takes you off for the last few minutes. It's just like I'm skipping minutes and it's just going. Zappa's getting off on this one. And this is the last track of the album, which I always know some people say, why did you choose the last track on the album? I chose the last track because it was the track that was recommended to me. No other reason. And I like to, try to fulfill recommendations. But as a closer, this is a send-off. This is a missile launch. Where you going? Don't know. But this was fantastic. I don't think anyone else, by the way, had ever recommended this song. I'm looking through. And Ron, I only see you recommending this song. I do see that Letty Gee, nice twist on Geddy Lee, also back you up on this request here in the comment section I see. But absolutely fantastic track. And maybe someone else did recommend this song as I'm scrolling because I can't see everything right away. It has to load and stuff. I only see Ron there. But Ron, thank you for the recommendation. This was fantastic. Thank you for your patience. Thank everyone really for their patience. That was incredible. Just brilliant. I would love to know what you guys thought of this track. You can let me know those thoughts in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to see and my random postings and my occasional musings. You can follow me on Patreon and support me that way as well if you'd like to help in a financial way. You don't have to. It just helps, as finances normally do. Anyways, thank you for being here. Share the video, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. But I really want to see your comments. I'll see you all later. Bye.